Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Can y'all hear me? Hold on one second. All right. Can y'all hear me? I'm having, see, the devil busy. Teddy Riley. I rebuke it right now. This will not be a versus. Hey, can y'all hear me? Let me know what's going on out there, people, because I think these AirPods died. Hold on, let me make sure. All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Something ain't clicking over here, and I'm disturbed right now. So y'all pray for me. Hold on. Testing. All right. Y'all can hear me? All right, we're going old school tonight. This will be the night that I rebuke right now. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Good evening. This is Dialogues with Doc. Tonight is Wednesday, November the 3rd, 2021. And this is another awesome, amazing episode / edition. Listen, if you guys are watching right now, let me know where you're watching from and let me know if you can hear me, because I'm having a little Teddy Riley issue over here right now and I'm bothered by it, but it's going to be all good. Hold on one second. All right. We good? Yes, no, maybe so. Hands up. Let's play 7 Up. Can y'all hear me? I got Team Mandi in the house, and my audio done went out. Y'all pray church. Keith, can you hear me? Because Keith gonna tell me, can he hear me? All right, cool. All right, so why I can't hear y'all? This is crazy. Okay, so let's do this. So tonight it's all about my amazing guest joining me. Normally I have this long monologue before my guest comes on, but tonight I'm not doing all that because my sister's in the building and my sister is booked and got a whole nother show after this one. So I got to make sure she gets there on time to get her coin. All right. So listen, tonight is episode is Dialogues with Doc. I'm having a one-on-one with #Mandi. This is my girl. This is my sister. I love her so much. She's doing this for me in the midst of her busy schedule. If you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to cue this up and set this up the right way, because when you come on Dialogues with Doc, I have to bring you into the building the right way. So, over here, I give people their flowers while they can still smell them and all that good stuff. So let me sit and crank this up for my sister to come on and join me. And I'll be right back after these messages. There go my sister. What's going on, man?
Not the claps. What's going on?
It's claps all the way around because my sister's in the building.
I sure appreciate it. I'm good.
I appreciate you. Like, you already know the love is real. The love is there. I'm gonna just jump into this thing, get this thing going so I can get you out of here. But y'all know before I bring my guest in, it's always a story. So picture it, fall 2004. My big black behind is hungry, and I'm at the MSC in Commerce, Texas, at the KFC. I see this amazing young lady coming to the MSC, and there was just a certain energy about her that I just knew. And in the back of my head, I'm like, Wendy Williams, that's gonna be my friend. That's my friend in my head. Long story short, almost 20 plus years later, this young lady is my sister, who I am so proud of, that is joining me on tonight. Mandi, how the hell are you? You know I love you.
Oh, listen. Okay, if we can cuss, we good. I'm good. I'm really, really good. Really, really busy. Really grateful to be busy. Trying to stay healthy so I can stay busy.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
I know that's right. And yeah, you are very, 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 very booked and busy. So I am just amazed to see what God has done in your life and continuing to do as you continue to go through this thing. So let's just jump right in here. What was it like for Mandi growing up? Like there are some things that there are some work ethics and things that you have that are just so exemplary that people admire and that people respect. But what was it like for you growing up to build you up to this point?
Well, first of all, I grew up with entrepreneurs, and I grew up around music specifically because that's like our background. Our family is a very musical family. My mom toured with the Gap Band. She had her own band. So my parents met being musicians. My dad played the organ, and my mom directed the choir, and that's how they met each other. And so in that, then my dad decided he wanted to go the funeral director route and wanted to be a mortician. So he worked extremely hard while we were younger to build his own brand and build his own business. And so me and my sister have seen that like since we were babies. That's all we know is entrepreneurship and working hard and getting it for ourselves. So that's where a lot of my work ethic comes from, my father. And if you know anything about Clifton W. Maxfield, you know he works hard, and he works. And we work just as hard.
So listen, so while we're talking about that, go ahead and plug the funeral home because we're doing that too tonight.
To People's Funeral Home in Denton, Texas. And if you are in the Dallas area, y'all go by Evergreen Memorial Funeral Home. Shout out to Clifton Maxfield. This my baby.
Come on. So listen, it's always been in your blood. You've been doing it for the longest time. What has singing like? I compare you to Whitney Houston most times because all Whitney needed was a mic and that was it. Like, give Whitney a mic, ain't no gimmicks, ain't no bop bop bop. Just give me a mic and let me do what I came to do. What has singing done for your life overall? Like they say, music is the soundtrack of life, of people's lives, but singing for you is professional, but it's more so personal for Mandi. So, what has it done for your life overall?
For me, because I am such, and people won't believe this, and people never believe this when I say this, but I am really an introvert. If I can be by myself at home quietly all the time, that's how I would love to have it. Singing really saved my life and gave me a voice because when I do grab a mic, something different happens for me. It's kind of like you know how like Beyonce says she got Sasha Fierce. That's exactly what I feel like when I'm singing on stage. When it's just me talking, I'm a completely different person than when I get on stage. It's something about people's energy and just my life experiences. When I sing about whatever I'm singing, it doesn't matter what genre it is, I've probably lived it. So when you sing, when you hear me sing, you feel it because I'm an experienced person. So I sing about and through my experiences.
And it's crazy because I see the transformation. Like I've seen you when you get on stage, it's like you go for broke and it is what it is, and you leave it all on the stage to the point where I just came to do what I was called to do because this is my ministry and this is what God has given me an opportunity to do, and I'm gonna just go for broke each and every time, like it's my last time.
Because you never know, especially the way life is right now and the way things are going right now in the world. I literally never know when it will be my last time to sing, to express myself, or to help somebody else through. Because, like you said, this is my ministry. And that's not confined to the four walls of a church or any religion or denomination. It is what it is for me to do, be one-on-one with people and share my personal experience. Because people just seem to relate to me. I don't know what. Yes, I do. I can't ever say I don't know what it is. It's God. It's the anointing. That's what it is. And people relate to it.
It's crazy because we were in Bible study last night. My pastor was talking about marketplace ministry. Like people got so conformed to the church. COVID has taken us out of the church because some people are never going back. So what is your ministry and where are you going to meet people? And where are God going to show you the love of the, where God going to show up? You know, God going to show up at content. What's it? Lava Cantina on Sunday. You never know where he going to show up.
Wherever he want to show up. If I'm willing to be used, he'll use me.
See?
Wherever.
Now let me ask you this. So growing up in the church and doing and trying to just find who Mandi was, this is a question that I don't even have on my screen. Just popped up. How was it when people tried to box you in and you're like, but God didn't put me in a box. God didn't give me a box. So why y'all trying to keep me singing one particular genre when I'm called to do some other stuff?
People understand about me that you cannot tell me what to do. You cannot boss me around. I am very headstrong. Yeah, I'm quiet and reserved, but when I want to do something, I'm going to do it. When I don't want to do something, I will not do it. And my friends and people that know me know that about me. And the people that don't know that about me find that out about me if they ever try to challenge me on anything. So I've never really felt like I needed to be boxed in any way because I just do what it is that I want to do. And most importantly, I do what it is God tells me to do. Whatever He instructs me to do, wherever He instructs me to go. Like I'm very spiritual. So I very much so have a relationship with Him. And whatever He says do, all right then, God, this is where we going? We're going to the club now? Okay then. But let's
Let's
do it.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I'm a rider. I'm a rider.
I'm
Wherever you
riding.
tell
I'm
me.
riding. Wherever you tell
When
me
you
to
say
ride.
send me, because Mandy's gonna go. I'm just send me.
I go.
So, Mandy, you have been blessed to work with some amazing musical gifts.
Yeah.
Who did you fan out for when you met them in person?
Oh my God.
Okay, so everybody knows this about me. I guess my top three. It's funny that you mentioned Whitney, Whitney Houston, Brandy, and Kim Burrell. When I met Kim Burrell, that was all I could say to her was, "You have no idea how much I love you," and she just kept laughing like, "Girl, stop!" I said, "No, you really don't know how much
Like,
I
no
love you."
idea.
That's all I could say to her because Kim really changed the trajectory of my life and my path of singing and the way that I sing and my sound because she did something for gospel music and then transitioned over into like inspirational music and crossed over to all kinds of genres where everybody knows her from Beyonce to Omarion. Like all these people know who Kim Burrell is. And she did something different for me. She sang a sound that I'd never heard before. And it really, really influenced me. If you ever hear me sing or perform, I pretty much like to sing songs the way that they go. Because for the average listener, they would not understand riffs and runs. But if I ever get real good to me, I'm going off script and I'm giving you my best Kim Burrell because I love her that much.
And she thought you were playing like, girl, you like, no, I really like.
She was just giggling. I was like, girl, listen, you have no clue. Like, you really changed my life, girl. But she was just so sweet. And you know, another thing, when you meet people that you really like love and they turn out to be everything you thought they would be, that's the best feeling in the world. I was so nervous that if I met her, because you know, you hear horror stories about everybody, people got something to say about everybody.
Right.
There's nothing better than meeting someone that you admire and them being everything that you wanted them to be. And I really, because of that moment, try to make sure that that's how I am if people meet me. I never want anybody to meet me and be like, oh, she was a diva or she was stuck up, because that ain't who I am. We are best
Oh,
friends, and I say it all the time. We are best friends. We are best friends. So yeah, Kim Burrell, hands down.
This is not the diva at all. This is the home girl. Like, you know how people like the home, like that is you, like all day, like unapologetically. We all friends. Like you said.
Yes.
So you said Whitney, Brandy, and Kim. Now give me two more of your top five.
Yeah.
Dang. And they just dope in their own right too. Like, just,
and I love them for different reasons. Tank is an incredible writer. Like, Tank can write for anybody, but he has a signature sound. So you know, well, I know when I hear a Tank song, if he's not singing it, I know Tank wrote it because I know the way he writes.
yeah.
And then Joe is an incredible vocal arranger. If you ever listen to Joe record and just listen to his background vocals, and Brandy has said the same thing. Her influence is Joe. When she creates arrangements and stuff, she get it from him. And if you ever listen to the song Angel in Disguise, that's that male voice on that, and I love you, baby. That's Joe. That's Joe.
Damn, it is. I never realized that. Okay, Joe. And Darrell is a hell of a writer.
Yes.
I know.
Oh my God.
You know, when you like, you're really into artists. Like, I grew up like you, so every Tuesday I went to Camelot Music. Whenever a CD come out, I'm reading liner notes, who wrote this, who did. Like, I miss those days of being nosy to find out who wrote the song, who produced it, who the background vocals was, and stuff like that. Because that's how that enhanced my love of music, to find out who wrote what, who did this. That's why I found out, well, hell, the money's in writing the songs, not just the person who sang it.
And that's why I do, and that's why I love so many different types of artists, because that's where I pull my own artistry from. Because I write and I produce and I arrange and I do background, and I make money in more ways than just being on stage, being the center. It is really like, and I truthfully, if I can be honest, I love being in the background more than love being on stage.
Yeah, come on, Tamala, man.
Yeah, I do. I swear I do.
Kirk, I was good back here, but now you got me. So, I want to go back to Kim. So it's funny you said that about Kim Burrell and how she has influenced musical culture so far, so much. I remember watching, I think we were in college at the same time when that MTV special came out. And they were asking like Destiny's Child, Justin Timberlake, and some more people, Christina Aguilera, who was some of that musical influences. They might be like Kim Burrell, and people were like, who the hell is Kim Burrell? And fast forward to, we know who Kim Burrell is, but we didn't know people didn't know who she was back then, and she's influenced so many different genres and artists that it's freaking crazy. I want to go. Where am I going? I want to go here. I know what's happened. Who's an artist you were shocked to know actually recognized you or even knew who you were? So you meet all these people, especially in the Dallas area, and who was that person? You were like, you know me, like for like you know me.
You want to know who?
Kirk Franklin. When I had a studio session with Kirk Franklin, I walked in and he said, I've heard nothing but great things about you. And I said, you've been hearing about me? He said, the crazy thing is, I don't know how we have not met each other until this point. And I had to remind him, I said, well, we actually met, because many people don't know this, but I tried out for Sunday Best. I think it was a season Amber Bullock won, 2011. And that was my first time meeting him. But of course, it was like in passing, which is because I was in line. And I was like, I have met you before. He's like, but I've heard incredible things about you. And that was like, okay, girl, you might be doing something now. Kirk Franklin, I heard about you, girl.
Kirk, you know me. Like Mr. Brown, who, me? You know me? Like,
well, put me on the ballot and voted.
No, you
like that's exactly how I feel.
But you're it's like it says, your gift will make room for you and place you before great men. Like this great man that's been doing his thing for decades knows who #Mandi is. Like, you're like, okay, I'm having an out-of-body experience right now. This man really knows who I am. It has heard great things about me. That is awesome, sis. Like, I'm gonna go here. In the midst of all that you're doing, how has your faith not wavered? I know we're in the midst of a pandemic. When the pandemic first hit, nobody was booking nothing, and nobody was being able to touch a mic, go to church, go to a funeral through Zoom, all that kind of stuff. But it has caused, I say the pandemic was strategic because God knew we need something that we need a lot of, which we don't get, which is time. So now let me give you some time to regroup, to recalibrate, to get reinvigorated, and just to revamp some stuff. So now you have time. How has your faith not wavered in life, especially during this pandemic?
I think it's because of the pandemic. The fact that you mentioned we were not able to do live shows, and God really humbled a lot of us. Let's see what you're made of now. So when you can't reach the people, how do you reach the people? And one thing God has always made me, he's always made me very innovative. I was probably one of the first ones to start doing the live streaming, the in-house concerts. Because I was like, well, I mean, I got a good enough following. I feel like they'll follow me if I do it online. And that was a lot of stuff that I'd never really done before. Like, I wasn't doing a whole lot of videos and all that kind of stuff because I'm a live show singer. So a lot of people come to my live shows. So I said, well, this will give me a perfect opportunity to show my personality on camera when I'm not in front of an audience. Can I still give the same energy and still convey the same message? So the pandemic really is what saved my life and really, really helped me to understand that God got me no matter what. No matter what, because I have not missed a meal. I have not missed a car payment. He's made different avenues and streams of income for me. I lost my corporate job, but I'm an entrepreneur. So on top of the fact that I do this music stuff for myself, my dad has a funeral home, so he was just like, come work at the funeral home. No problem. Like, he's always made a way or made an avenue for me to continue on. And so why would I trust a guy like that?
Listen, why not? I mean, still blessing and still prospering in a pandemic.
Yes, in the pandemic, like
This
that's
is crazy
crazy.
how we just God gave us time to put our focuses in other things and just continue to prosper and let our light shine no matter what. And you're doing it, and now you're back on stage, killing it. Lava Cantina listen. I'm so look. I got to get out there. Like
Yeah, you got to.
Just to see how. God, the last time I saw you live was the spot down the street from Brooklyn. I think I popped in one by where that liquor store used to be on Lamar. It was like the spot, like two doors down from Brooklyn. You were doing a live show one night. Yeah, 10-11 grand. I popped up in there and I'm like, yeah, I got to just go see my sister. I'm right here. Let me just see, and just to see how you have just grown and come in and just command a room. No, I ain't got no gimmicks. All I got is music. That's it. That's just who I am. And
you don't get this music. You don't get this good R&B and these tunes. I think for me, it's just like everybody else comes to kind of escape and get away and party and feel those feelings of nostalgia. It's the same thing for me when I'm doing the 90s R&B recap and 2000s R&B or just old school. It's nostalgic for me as well. So you having a good time, and I always say this to my audience: your good time tonight depends on you. Whatever energy you're gonna give to me is the energy I'm gonna give back to you. And as long as we all giving each other good energy and good vibes, it's a good time. Every time is a good time.
Damn good time. Like
Lava Cantina, the Freeman, Sandaga, all those places, like everywhere that I am, it's always the same good energy.
And it's crazy because I was home like 2 weeks ago for a funeral. One of my friends passed away unexpectedly, and just to see how the Dallas music scene has evolved. Like I remember when we were like in high school and in college, and now you have all these places. You have 10-11. I mean, well, I'm sure you got 10-11. You got Sandaga, you got Freeman, you got Lava Cantina. What's the spot used to? Is the Prophet Bar still there or no? Like
not there anymore. No.
But now we have new venues and new spots to still celebrate each other and still have the open mic nights and things like that we really didn't have coming up. Like they were like kind of like hit or miss, but now there's a thriving music scene in Dallas. Like even after this show tonight, it's on a Wednesday. You know, most stuff would be like Thursday, Friday. Like we really doing something on a Wednesday musically, and it is just happening. And just that evolution in my hometown is just ridiculously amazing, and I love it. I love it. I love it.
The only thing that I can
remember that we did have consistently in high school, and I think I might have been in college when I was doing this, was Sankofa, and that's in South Dallas over there. Yeah, over there by Erica's spot, Forest Theater, and we would do that on Tuesday night. And so I would drive from Commerce to Sankofa on a Tuesday night just so I could have that experience of open mic. And really, it was preparation for what I'm doing now. The Candy West and Nathan Myers and all these amazing greats, Daniel Jones and Gino Aguilar, and everybody was just the people that we know now that are on tour with all these greats and MDN for all these greats. They started practicing with us at Sankofa. So it's only right that I continue on that tradition and that legacy at the Freeman and at Sandaga, because I want everybody, up and coming artists, to have that experience of having the OG really kind of guide you and kind of show you the way, because we didn't always have that. And I want to be the one to make sure that, you know, I give people that so they don't feel like they're doing this by themselves.
Come on, OG. Come on, you are an OG.
Like it, man. I'm an OG. I'm an old head, man.
Been doing this thing for forever, and then something happened along this journey, and I'm gonna go here now. Mandi became a mother. Mason and Eden, what has motherhood done for you?
It's probably slowed me down and set me down somewhere so I could grow up. Mason did it first. I was still in college when I had Mason. Mason was coming to class with me.
Yes, he was. One
of
us to be a whole keeping him while you were in class.
Yes. Somebody be keeping him while I was in class. So Mason was the first one to kind of ground me. And then when I had Eden, she softened me, because having a girl is completely different than having a boy. I could tell Mason, I'm gonna punch you in your throat, sit down, and he'd be like, all right, man. I tell Eden that, oh, it's tears for days. So she really taught me how to have more love and compassion,
Mm-hmm.
and how to speak softly, and really, really how to be more of a woman. Because I'm just used to being,
Yeah.
I'm a tomboy. I'm used to talking rough, talking tough, but my daughter has really been the one to show me how to be a woman.
Oh, I love it. Like, and just to see like the babies. I mean, they're not even babies no more. Like, just I remember when we were all taking care of Mason. Like, okay, she gotta go to class. Somebody take him. Somebody like it was like a community thing where they say it takes a village.
Have a village in
Had a
college.
village. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely had a village with both of them. So this is like so amazing. As a parent, how do you shield them from potentially walking in your same destiny? Because I know they probably are exposed to the music scene and probably. And are you the parent like, nah, baby? Or they
Expose them too much. The only people that really see my kids are the people that are part of my team, part of my squad. That's family. There's people that like Davion and them. You know, I've been knowing them for 15 plus years, same amount of time I've been knowing you. So I don't expose my kids to energies that are not good for them or to spirits that are not good for them. And it's a lot of them in the industry. So Mason and Eden only come to shows like if I'm doing a show at a restaurant or if it's my show that I'm putting on like at another venue. I don't expose them to a whole lot, but they know exactly who hashtag Mandi is. Mason got one of my posters on his wall in his room, and Eden is always singing my songs. So they know who I am.
Now, do either one of them want to go into music or
Mason is more production and more tech. He's
Well,
good at videography and production, the production end, and he makes beats and stuff like that. Eden is the star. She's the star.
I am here.
Eden is a little hashtag. That is who she is. But that's her personality, period, all the time. She's always on team. But yeah, Eden is probably going to be the one to be the singer. Mason will probably be behind the scenes.
Man said little hashtag. Yeah, we gotta get her a shirt. That is her. That is her little hashtag. Look, keep that is her. We'll keep that. Keep said something. Yeah, little hashtag. That is her. So Mandi, how do you do it? How do you manage or balance motherhood and your career? Like, there's a lot of things happening, and I know you sometimes feel like I don't know how I'm gonna do all this, but how do you try to balance this thing out and manage it to where it works best? You do it with such grace and such ease that I know there has to be a method to the madness.
I have a village. It's not a huge village, but it's my most important village. Like my mom, she is very instrumental in, especially with Eden. When I have anything to do during the week or the weekends, my mom will be like, just bring over here. I gotta. Mason is kind of grown at this point, so he can stay at home by himself or he's with his dad. But my mom, and then I have my friends like Rashonda and Constance. They've been taking care of my kids since I was living in Denton by myself, and it was just me and Mason. So I have a very tight knit village, and they make it possible for me to move around because I could not do it without them. I really couldn't.
Definitely. You and like I said, the village makes a difference. So if you're a parent out there watching and you feel like you can't do all this stuff by yourself, my sister is telling you, get you a village. Hell, you probably already have a damn village and don't even realize who the people are that you're connected to help connect the dots. But definitely to get you a village, and you can definitely help manage this thing just a little bit better. Yeah. Gerard said, "Hey, Pud."
Shout out to Mr. Sunday. Take care.
You we almost done. I want to make sure you there on time. Can I talk about the D word? Because your former life. I don't want to say their name, but the D word. There was somebody in your former life that it ended with a D.
Oh yeah. To my marriage.
Yeah. Can we go there?
About that? Yeah, we talk about that.
Oh, the thing I love about my sister is just very transparent, and whatever she says, she doesn't even know it half the time. When she's talking, she's helping somebody. So you are a survivor, and I put survivor on the flyer intentionally because you're like a no holds bar type person, and you're very transparent. So my sister was married at one time, and I want to go here and talk about life after divorce. And I want to look at from a lens of what did you learn and what did you gain. So we all have a desire. Well, not most of. I'm saying not all. Most of us have a desire to want to be married one day, and there's some things that we learn, and there's some things that we gain in the marriage, and even as we go through, even after the marriage. But what did Mandi learn after divorce, and then what did you gain?
The most important thing I learned from being married was taking our time. That timing is everything. Because sometimes it's not necessarily that you're with the wrong person. You might have the right person at the wrong time, which essentially makes them the wrong person for you. Sometimes people need opportunity and time to grow into who they're going to be. And if you pick somebody that's not there yet, then you're going to have nothing but hell. Because they're not where they're supposed to be for you. They're not mature enough for you. They're not grown enough for you. And so that, I think that's all it was with that marriage. Is just we were just too young. We were way too young, and the motive for why we both chose to be that was not right. I wanted stability and I wanted some help. Yeah, honestly, I wanted some help because being a single mom and trying to do what I was doing, because I've been doing this for a long time, like you said. So trying to do all of this by myself was just getting tiring. And then I met and fell in love with somebody who was willing to help. And instead of getting married, we probably should have just kept dating. We probably should, he could have helped being my boyfriend. Yeah. But I felt like, because I didn't want to I was leading praise and worship. I was in the church heavy. It's like, I don't want to be shacking up and leading worship. I can't do that. So let me marry him. I think if I would have waited, that would have turned out a lot different, and we might still be married now. But I gained my independence. I really found out who Mandi was. Yeah. After that, I gained a sense of what I will and will not tolerate. I gained a sense of what is good for me and what's not good for me. I gained a sense of what's wrong with me and the things that I need to fix about myself from being with him. Like, girl, you really can be a handful. And dealing with you is not that easy. So some of the things that he did, he was justified in because you wasn't all the way right. Right. So yeah, I learned more about who I am and what I'm willing to tolerate and what I can do. Because after divorce, sometimes people feel hopeless and they feel like it's all over and they feel like a failure. And being divorced or something not working out does not mean that it failed. Sometimes that's the win. Yeah. Sometimes you win when you get out of something that you wasn't supposed to be in the beginning. What Fantasia said, you got to lose to win. Lose to win again. That's a very real song. And I had to stop singing that song because if I sing it now to this day, I still get teary-eyed because it's a very true song. Sometimes you got to lose everything that you weren't supposed to have in the first place. Because those are the things that I attained on my own merit. It wasn't in God's will. And now that I'm moving the way that he wants me to move, it's like all of these things that I could not have access to before, all of the success of the people that I'm working with, that I would not have been able to do that because I was still unequally yoked, still with someone that I did not have no business being with. So, yeah, those things. And it's crazy because everything you're saying is like the UPS mentality. You can be the right package at the wrong address. And not even realize it. Like, you know what? I'm not even supposed to be delivered here. Like, I'm at the house next door, but I'm the package that got dropped off early at the wrong location. But there's nothing wrong. But there's still nothing wrong with me. I just got delivered to the wrong address. Wrong address, and maybe not even next door. Maybe you're supposed to be in a whole other community, in a gated community. Maybe you're supposed to be somewhere where the mansions are. Like, I just don't want people to think that they failed because they didn't work out marriage. Sometimes that really is the win. It's a win for you. It's a win if there's children involved. I don't think being a single parent means that you grow up in a broken home, because you could have a single parent that could be the most loving, nurturing person, and child can grow up to be absolutely amazing and do amazing things. And you can have a two-parent home where it's completely dysfunctional and toxic, and that child grows up to be absolutely horrible. So y'all, if you're going through divorce or you're a single woman or a man, a divorcee, don't worry about it. Just keep going, and keep growing.
I mean, I literally was just gonna say, go ahead and encourage somebody. you just what is it? Because we here. Because we here.
Yeah, listen.
So, Mandi, I gotta get you out of here. What's next for you? How can the people keep up with you? What's going on? You're doing a lot, but I definitely wanted to have my sister Grace my platform and just have a conversation with her and just dive into some topics and some things and just let you come on and just do your thing. No, she's not singing. She's getting ready to go get a check for that. But I want to just have her presence on the screen with me virtually to just come in and just do her thing and just get the word out more about what some of the great things that she's doing. I'm so proud of you, sis. I love you. Thank you for doing this for me. And then tell the people what's coming up for you. How can they keep up with you? And yeah.
Well,
I released 3 years ago, I released my first EP. So you can get that hashtag Ask Mandi on all streaming platforms. And I am currently in the studio working on my full-length album. And I have not decided what the name of that is going to be, but I've got some amazing features, some amazing producers. And when you guys hear it, like I said, I'm an experienced person. So when I write from experience. When I sing from experience. So this album will be the combination of the last 3 years of my life. And child, I've been through some stuff in the last 3 years. So you'll want to get this album when it comes out. Trust me. It's even better than the EP. I promise you. And y'all can find me, first of all, anywhere in the city, because I be everywhere singing. The Freeman, Zendaga, like you said, Lava Cantina, anywhere there. And you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at #Mandi.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's my sister, #Mandi. I love her. I'm thankful for her gifts. Y'all keep up with her. Go by the EP. The album getting ready to drop soon. She don't have a title yet. Hell, she ain't gotta have a. She can just name it Untitled like the Angela.
That would be cute. That would be cute. But next month, or maybe at the end of this month, I don't want to put a time frame on. Just know in the next couple of months, I'm dropping 2 singles. So
turn your notifications on.
Of the album. Please. Yeah.
Well, y'all, my sister got to go. She got a show to do, but this has been this week's edition of Dialogues with Doc. Sis, thank you so much. I love you. I will see you guys again next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another amazing episode of Dialogues with Doc. Stay safe, sis. Get that tonight. Kid it like you always do, and I will be in touch with you soon.
bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.